If you're deep in the job hunt, you know the feeling, the frustration. You're sending out application after application, and all you're getting back is silence. Well, today, we're going to break down exactly why that happens and, more importantly, how you can finally get noticed. So, let's get right into it.
So, does this number look a little too familiar? You've spent hours, maybe even days, tailoring your applications, hitting that submit button again and again, just hoping that the next one will be the one. You've done the work, you have the skills.
And yet, crickets. That silence can be just demoralizing, right? It makes you start questioning everything, your experience, your skills, all of it. But here's the thought. What if the problem isn't you? What if it's the very system you're trying to get through?
Yeah, see, this isn't just a personal struggle. It's a massive, systemic issue. We're talking about a silent rejection that's happening before a real human being even gets a chance to see your name. 27.4 million. Just let that number sink in for a second. According to a Harvard paper, that's how many qualified, talented people are getting incorrectly rejected by automated hiring systems. We're talking millions of professionals whose potential was just completely missed by a machine. So if you're feeling overlooked, trust me, you are definitely not alone.
And this really gets to the heart of the whole issue. These automated systems that companies are relying on, they're often just fundamentally flawed. They're built to match keywords, not to understand human nuance. They just can't see the story behind a career change, or the reason for an employment gap, or the real-world context of your skills.
So, how does this actually happen? How do these systems screen you out? Well, it often comes down to some critical errors that are baked right into the resumes we're all told to use. Let's break down the 9 biggest mistakes that might be sabotaging your job search right now.
Okay, first up, the most common flaws. A lot of these resumes are just generic. They don't have a compelling story that positions you strategically for the role you want. Instead, you get this blind keyword stuff in, which, by the way, recruiters can spot from a mile away. Often, they have these cluttered, outdated designs that just scream low effort. But the biggest problem? They have zero human insight, which means you end up looking just like everybody else.
And because of those flaws, your unique experience just gets totally lost. An automated system sees a career gap and boom, it can flag it as an automatic rejection. And crucially, it can't tell the difference between you just listing your daily duties versus showcasing your actual impact. And that's a huge miss, because impact is what gets you hired. All this just signals low effort to a recruiter and often doesn't even meet the formatting standards you need for global roles. But here's the good news, I promise. There is a way to beat the bots and actually get noticed. It's all about shifting from that automated approach to a human-crafted one. Let's take a look at what that difference really means for you. Wow, when you see it laid out like this, it's really night and day, isn't it? On the left, you've got everything that gets you rejected. Generic text, blind keyword stuffing. And on the right, you have what gets you hired, a hyper-personalized, strategic story. This is where we reframe career gaps as strengths and where your impact is put front and center, building the kind of credibility you need to actually land that interview.
This is all about completely reimagining your career story. With a human-led approach, like the one we use at JobSher, your resume is built from scratch. It's all about strategic storytelling to reframe your journey, highlighting your impact with real, hard metrics, and using keywords intelligently. It's 100% original, no templates here, and it's ready for any market in the world.
And this just perfectly illustrates the power of that approach. I mean, look at Daniel's story. He felt stuck, but by strategically positioning his transferable skills, he made a successful leap into a completely new industry. That's something an AI generator simply cannot do.
So you might be wondering, okay, how do you actually do all that? Well, it's not some kind of magic. It's a transparent, collaborative process led entirely by human experts who really get the nuances of the job market.
The process itself is super simple. You start by uploading your current resume and picking a plan. Then, you'll get a detailed questionnaire from us that's designed to uncover all your unique achievements. From there, our human experts, not bots, get to work crafting your story. You get a first draft to look over, and we'll work with you on revisions until it is absolutely perfect.
And here's what really sets this whole process apart: this multi-layered review. Your resume isn't just written by a professional writer. It's also reviewed by actual hiring experts and even CEOs, people who know exactly what decision makers are looking for. This makes sure it's not just good, it meets the absolute highest standard.
But what does all of this mean in the real world? Let's look at the actual, tangible impact this has had for professionals who are in the exact same spot you might be in right now.
This is a story we hear all the time. Rajesh saw firsthand the difference between getting a high bot score and getting actual interview calls. It was the personalized, strategic approach that finally delivered real-world results for him.
And here's another really powerful example. Fatima's career gaps were a source of anxiety for her, but our writers were able to transform them from a potential weakness into a compelling part of her forward-looking story. Now that is the power of human insight.
We also believe in being totally transparent and straightforward with our pricing. The plans for your resume and cover letter are based on your career stage, whether you're entry, mid, or executive level, and we have options for standard or express delivery depending on your timeline.
And if you want to give your job search an extra edge, we also offer some great add-ons, like a full LinkedIn profile optimization to drastically increase your visibility to recruiters and one-on-one career coaching to help you build a personalized action plan for your next big move.
So, after seeing how this broken system works, and more importantly, how you can actually beat it, the real question is pretty simple. Are you ready to stop sending applications into a black hole and finally get the attention your career deserves?
Because this right here is the truth. This is the mindset shift that happens when your story is finally told the right way. You're not just another applicant hoping for a response. You are a strong, high-value candidate ready for that next big step. It's about time your resume proved it.